this noon. Lisa Briggs is here from the Bruce Company. Call 270-9933 with your plant and garden questions. We'll get to there just a little bit. But first, what do you got with us today?
I brought some plants that love the summer heat. So we've got some coneflowers, and these are zinnias. So zinnias are an annual. Coneflowers are perennial. I love this one. It's called Kismet.
Ooh.
Isn't that an amazing color?
That is amazing.
I know.
How much do they need, like, as far as, like, water? Obviously, when you have...
Full sun.
Okay.
But coneflowers are a descendant of our native coneflower, and so they're a prairie plant, so they can do quite well if it gets a little dry.
I was going to say, yeah, because we have a lot of heat on the way.
Yes, if you plant things now, you want to keep them watered through the summer to establish them, but after that, they're pretty trouble-free.
All right, let's get to the phone lines now. We're going to start off with Rex from Brooklyn. Rex, what's your question?
I have 6 fruit trees in my backyard, plum, cherry, peach, and apple, and pear, and I don't have any blossoms on any of them this year.
Well, I would say with the prunus type, so the plum, the cherry, those were probably nipped by some of that late spring frost that we had. As far as the apple and the pear, how old are your trees?
3 years.
3 years. And are they in full sun?
Yes.
Well, sometimes trees, when you put them in, they take a couple years to establish before they're going to flower. But you might want to fertilize them this fall with some fertilizer for fruit trees that'll maybe boost some bud production.
All right, we'll go to our next question right now. We've got Michelle from Belleville. Michelle, what's your question? Michelle?
Hi.
What's your question, Michelle?
Hi. My garden is full of thistles. This is my 3rd year of trying to pull them out and cut them down and spray, but they keep coming back, and my garden's a disaster.
So the trick to thistles is that they're what we call a biennial. So the first year they put some basal foliage, and then they flower the second year. So it's really important not to let them go to seed, and that might be why they're coming in, because if they're in your yard in that kind of quantity, they're probably in your neighbor's yard as well. As far as getting them out, digging out is a really good way to do it. Again, don't let them flower and go to seed. You can use some of the herbicides. You just need to be really careful that you don't hit the plants that you want. If you don't want to use a chemical treatment, then the only thing to do, short of using a blowtorch, is to just dig them out.
I think those are always kind of an issue.
The blowtorches?
No, the thistles. Well, maybe those two. I think we got time for one more question. Lori from Janesville. Lori, what's your question? Lori?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's your question?
I have a hosta in my backyard that my brother would like some, and I'm just wondering when is the best time to divide them, and what do I do?
Hostas are pretty easy to divide. I wouldn't do it until it's done flowering, but when it's done flowering, cut the flower stalks back, give it a good soak, dig it out, and take a super sharp shovel and cut it in pieces and replant and give some to your brother.
All right, some good questions today.
Yeah.
We always appreciate it. If you're still on the line, stay there. Lisa will answer those questions for you back in the newsroom.